What up, Knicks fans? The latest trade rumors are surrounding Obi Toppin, so we're going to break that down on today's show. But first, if you want Obi Toppin to play more minutes, because right now he's only playing 15 minutes per game, simply not enough for Obi. If you want Obi to play more minutes, I want you to like this video right now. Shout out to the real ones. You're watching New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We have a loaded show today. We're going to get to the Obi Toppin trade rumors in a second. But right when we got in the studio, we got a major Quentin Grimes update. Could he play tomorrow night against the Atlanta Hawks? We're going to break all that down at the tail end of the show. Let's start with Obi Toppin, though, because Twitter went crazy yesterday, and there's a lot of articles out there, and this one comes from Heavy.com, and NBA executive fears that Obi Toppin will request a trade from the New York Knicks, the team that he grew up rooting for, the team that drafted him in the first round. I don't quite agree with this, but it's my job to talk about the latest news and rumors, so that's what we're going to do. Let's go straight to the horse's mouth. The anonymous NBA executive via Heavy.com said, I think Obi is the one you worry about because he has done everything a guy like him can do to get more playing time. He has gotten better every year. He deserves to get more of a look on the floor. But as long as they have Julius Randle, they're stuck. It's the line where he says he's done everything he can to get more time that I honestly disagree with a little bit. Has he gotten better every year? Yes. Is he a better shooter this year? Yes, he's shooting a good percentage from downtown right now. But has he been doing everything he can to get more minutes? That's where I disagree with. I still think he gets lost in defensive rotations, and I don't want to just single out Obi because a lot of people are bad defenders on this team. RJ's been a bad defender. Obi hasn't been all that great. Evan Fournier, we know he's not a good defender. Julius Randle's not a good defender. There's really not any good defenders on this team except for Quentin Grimes, and he's hurt. Obi has not proven to be a reliable defender or rebounder. Those are my two biggest gripes with him, and the fact that it's either a dunk or a three with him on offense. I love Obi. I don't want that to be misconstrued. It's just when he's on the court, and he's played a lot of minutes next to Isaiah Hartenstein, when he's the four next to Hartenstein, it presents a problem for the Knicks on the defensive glass because Hartenstein is always challenging shots at the rim, which puts him at a position to get a rebound. And then Obi is never there to get a rebound, and he's not really that good of a rebounder. He doesn't have the core strength or the leg strength. This year, averaging 9.5 points per game, 3.5 rebounds. He's shooting really well from the floor, 56%, and he's shooting 50% from downtown. Obi has definitely got a much better jump shot this year. It looks a lot more smooth. He's not elevating off the ground as much as he used to. And look, I know some people are like, Marshall, you're such a hater. You guys know I love Obi. I love Obi Toppin. There ain't no stopping Obi Toppin. But he does have, honestly, some major flaws. He's not a small forward. He's not a power forward. He is the definition of a tweener. And when you play next to a guy like Isaiah Hartenstein or Mitchell Robinson, who's consistently going to be chasing blocks on the defensive end, you need someone at that four spot that's dedicated to hitting the glass. And that's not what Obi is. Obi likes to leak out and get those flashy dunks in Madison Square Garden where everybody starts chanting, Obi Toppin. That's what he wants, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's such a weird fit on this team between Randle and him because they can't play together. I would never trade Obi Toppin. I would type P for a pass. I wouldn't do it. But if Obi Toppin, and I don't think Obi would request a trade. Look, grew up a Knicks fan, drafted by the Knicks. I don't think he'd request a trade. But it's my job to talk about the latest news and rumors, so I'll ask you this question. Should the Knicks trade Obi Toppin? Type T for trade, type P for pass. I do want to give a shout out to a brand new sponsor we have on the channel. Shout out to Established Titles. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. The title pack gives you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. We plant a tree with every order and with work with global charities, one tree planted and trees for the future to support global reforestation efforts. You could officially include the title Lord or Lady on your credit card, plane ticket, devastating profiles, etc. It makes a great last-minute gift. I got mine. I am now being referred to in the office as Lord Marshall. And the best thing is, they offer a 10% off for a perfect holiday gift when you go to establishedtitles.com/chat. And the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link of establishedtitles.com/chat, your tree will be plotted within a few minutes of walking distance from mine, and we can make our own little real ones, Knicks Now village over there. Get started today, establishedtitles.com/chat. You can add Lord or Lair to your ID, to your plane tickets. You can get elevated to first class, even your dating profiles, if that's what you want to do. Get started today, establishedtitles.com/chat. Use the promo code chat as well. Another quote from the anonymous executive said this, and this I agree with a little bit more, but there's still some things that I refute. He said, Tom Thibodeau does not play Randall at center at all, so you can't ever have Obi and Randall out there at the same time. They will have an extension due for Obi next summer, and they probably won't give that to him. But obviously, they need to decide what they're going to do with him. If they want to package him and move him, they could. A lot of teams like him an awful lot. And the thing that I disagree with is the Knicks are going to extend Obi Toppin this summer or next summer. Whenever his time is up and his current contract is up, the Knicks are going to extend him. He was the first-round draft pick of the Leon Rose regime with the New York Knicks. That's their child. That's their baby. They're not just going to move off of Obi Toppin for nothing. It's just, what position is he? Is he a 3? Not a chance in hell. Is he a 4? I don't know. He's a true tweener, and sometimes that's a good thing, but in this situation, I think it's a bad thing because I thought the executive made a good point. You can't really play Obi and Julius Randle at the same time because Randle, while his stats for rebounds are really good, he also falls into the trap that Obi does when Mitch Robb or Hardenstein goes to chase after blocks. Too many offensive rebounds are allowed because they're just not in position or boxing out right to get the rebound. I love Obi. I don't want that to be misconstrued. I want him on this team. I think he has really high potential. But I think it is newsworthy that this executive is saying he could not force, but request a trade coming soon. I don't think that would happen. I think Obi loves being a Knick. He talked about growing up rooting for the Knicks. Go back to draft night, how much he was crying when he got drafted. He loves being a New York Knick. I know he probably wants more playing time. We all want Obi Toppin to play more. When he's knocking down threes like he was the other night against the Cavs, I wish Tom Thibodeau would have left him in and let him get some run. I just don't know if he does all the little things that will help him be an elite player in the NBA. Long way to go. Still a young player. He is 24, but as far as experience-wise, he is still a young player. We're going to talk a little bit about Obi here, and then we'll talk about Quentin Grimes here in a second. But make sure you guys are subscribed to New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. We put out videos every single day on the latest Knicks news and rumors. When news comes out, when rumors come out, we get you guys a video, and we do watch parties for almost every single game. We're going to be live on the channel for the watch party on Wednesday against the Atlanta Hawks. If you want to start spamming F Trae Young in the comments, we can get that going, and we will be live on Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lock us in, the #1 channel on YouTube that covers the New York Knicks. At the end of the day, I don't think Obi's going to force a trade or request a trade. I don't think that's something that Obi Toppin is the type of guy he is. It doesn't make that much sense, honestly. And trading Obi now makes no sense as well. If you were going to trade him, it should have been a part of that Donovan Mitchell deal. What's the point? Who's the backup 4 on this roster? You don't have one. So trading Obi right now makes no sense. I'm sure Obi wants more minutes. I like Obi to play more minutes. I think he should be averaging somewhere from 20 to 22 minutes per game. It's just with the way the roster is constructed and the way that Julius Randle and him kind of don't mesh, I don't know if there are more minutes for Obi to play. I'd love for him to play more minutes. It's just we're dealing with Tom Thibodeau at the end of the day. That's what we're dealing with. I think we all have to realize that clearly. Tom and Obi, they butt heads over stuff. I don't know what it is, if it's the lack of defensive rotations, not attacking the glass, the short leash that Obi has on Tom Thibodeau has on Obi, excuse me. There's a lot of reasons I want Obi to play more minutes. He's just got to be better at the things that Tom Thibodeau expects from his players. We're about to get to that Quentin Grimes injury news here in a second, but give me a follow over on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Everyone that gives me a follow from today's show, I'll give you a follow back. Just DM me Obi, so I know you came from this video. Give me a follow at @MarshallGreen_. The Quentin Grimes injury update. And if you're a QG fan, this is great news for the Knicks. Great news for you. Because the Knicks, they need him out there as soon as possible. You can tell the perimeter defense has not been the same without Quentin Grimes. Hopefully when Grimes comes back and he's healthy, we can ship Evan Fournier up out of here. But Fred Katz is tweeting out, Quentin Grimes has a sore left foot, but he went through practice today on Tuesday, and Tom Thibodeau said he believes Grimes will be listed as questionable for tomorrow's game against the Hawks, but he's not sure yet. Step by step. It's baby step. You never want to overwork someone that has a foot injury. That's scary for any NBA player because, look, there's still 70-plus games to go on this season. Feet injuries, foot injuries for basketball players are always a scary sight. Hopefully Grimes doesn't come back till he's 100% healthy. I wouldn't bring him back till he's 100% healthy, but this team, they could use him. The outside shooting and the perimeter defense. I want to see him in the starting lineup so RJ Barrett doesn't have to be the best perimeter defender on this team. Type 6 in the comments to show our guy Quentin Grimes some love. If you're hyped that Grimes is getting healthy and potentially might play against the Atlanta Hawks on Wednesday, I want you to type 6, his jersey number, in the comment section. But I want to make this clear. You don't bring Quentin Grimes back until he is 100% healthy. Because the last thing you want is you bring him back and he has a setback and he's out for months on months. So take it easy, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. If you're hyped, if you're happy that Grimes might be coming back soon, type 6. As always, shout out to the real ones. You guys are awesome. You've been showing major love. I can't wait for the watch party on the channel tomorrow. Knicks, Hawks. I'm going to have producer Seeps with me. It's going to be a party. Let's have some fun. F. Trae Young. Hopefully we're smoking on that Hawks pack Wednesday night before we go to bed. If you made it this far in the video, I want you to type real one in the comments section down below.